Hello, 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 hello. Welcome once again to Live, Love, Laugh with me, Karine. Today, happy Sunday to you all, wherever you're watching from. If today is your Sunday, I'm wishing you a happy Sunday today and a happy new week that will be starting in a few hours from now. This is Live, Love, Laugh, and I want to encourage you. I want to call upon every viewer of this particular video today to please subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so that each time I post a new video, you will be notified by YouTube. I also want you to please like the video and share so that any information that is in there that is useful to you will also reach your loved ones, will also reach those you think that should get this particular information. So today I want to talk to us about finding your voice. Finding your voice. Yes, as we know, there is nothing as bad as you having a voice but that voice is not heard. You having your voice but that voice is not heard. What am I talking about? Finding your voice. What am I talking about? What do I mean by finding your voice? Giving your opinion a voice. Giving your opinion a voice. What does that mean? Meaning that your opinions should be heard. It is very, very important that that which you think, your truth, your belief, you should give a voice to your belief. Give a voice to your opinion. Yes, give a voice to your opinion. It is very, very important. If you must live a happy person and you are not able to give your opinion a voice, you are not able to speak that which you feel deep down in you to be your truth, then you will be living your life in misery. You will be living your life for others. You will be living your life to please other people. It is very important that as we live in the different relationships that we find ourselves in, we must find a way to give our opinions a voice. We must give our opinions a voice. So there are different scenarios that we find ourselves in. There are different relationships, different companies that we keep, that it is important that in these different companies and in these different relationships, we make sure that our opinions are passed across. What we think about any issues, about anything, about any topic, about whatsoever, let your belief on that topic, let what it is that you know about that topic, that you believe to be your truth about it, it is very important that you let that be known, you express that. It doesn't matter the kind of relationship you find yourself in, whether it's a child to parent relationship, whether it is a sibling relationship, whether it is a co-worker relationship, whether it is a marriage relationship, whether it's a friendship relationship. It doesn't matter what kind of relationship you are in. What is very important for the survival of that particular relationship, as long as you should be concerned, is that you voice your opinions. Let your opinions be heard. Don't be the kind of person that swallows their truth. When you swallow your truth, then every other person's truth becomes your truth. When you swallow your truth, every other person's truth becomes your truth. So it is very, very important that as you as you live and as you build relationships, it's important that you make your voice be heard. Whatever you think about any situation, let your voice be heard. Let your voice be heard. I recently stumbled on a reel, a YouTube reel made by this young Indian wife who complained that when and it's something just little, but through it you could see how so many people and in so many different cultures will have the tendency of suppressing others' opinions, particularly in nations where you find that women are considered second class, or women are considered below the man, or below the male. You in such societies, you see that these things about people suppressing their thoughts, people suppressing their opinions, people not being able to give their thoughts a voice. Those things strive in these countries. So this young woman was mentioning how before she got married, in her parents' home, when they would kill a chicken, or when they would cook a chicken, they would usually give her the thigh. So when she got married in her husband's house, when they cook the chicken, they will always give the husband the thigh. So it looks like it's something of culture, or something that she grew up with and she was very much used to it. So when she voiced her opinion about it in her husband's home, one of the women said to her that she must learn to compromise. So she was saying that yes, to compromise is not something that is far-fetched to her. It's not something that is something. It's not something that is far-fetched. Something that she's used to, she knows about. But there's nothing wrong about voicing your opinion or voicing the truth, your truth. There's nothing wrong about voicing your truth, and also like nothing wrong about you wanting to tell the truth, your truth, and also being there was a word you used, voicing your truth, and also being in a compromising situation, or being or compromise, if I can put it that way, or compromise with a certain situation. Because if you compromise in one, the tendency with humans is that they will want you to compromise in other things. So you can live your truth and still work in compromise to other situations. One must not give up for the other. One must not give up for the other. So I found that very profound, in that is how we tend to do things. That when people, especially the woman, is always considered to be the one in the position to compromise. Compromising is good, but you shouldn't compromise when it comes to your deep down truth. Be it in a family, be it in a sibling relationship, be it in a marriage relationship, be it in a friendship, be it in a co-workership, let your truth always come out. And you can do that respectfully, even though there are certain situations whereby in a respectful sense, your truth is not received until you have to raise your voice. Such scenarios are also there, but in a greater perspective, or in a broader spectrum, you should be able to speak your truth respectfully to the next person, or to the next group of persons. It is very, very important. Don't keep truth in you. Don't keep truth in you out of fear. You'll find out that in many relationships, in many marriages, you'll find out that a woman tends to fear to voice her opinion or to voice her truth. She tends to be scared scared of reaction from society, scared of reaction maybe from her husband, or scared of reaction from her in-laws. One thing that I will call upon everyone who is watching this video, and particularly upon wives, is that it is very important to speak your truth if you want to live long. It is very important to speak your truth if you want to live happy in your home. It is very important to cultivate the habit of speaking your mind and speaking your truth. What is your truth? Find your truth, and at every given situation, let your truth be made known. It is that important. Most times I will tell myself that if I don't speak the truth in this particular scenario in my home, where else do I want to speak the truth? Because we are in this marriage till death do us part. So if I have to keep my truth to me, if I have to keep truth to myself out of fear or something, or out of consequences, then I'm setting myself up to live a miserable life for the rest of my life. That is what I tell myself before I'm able to speak the truth at all times. So I want to encourage each and everyone who is watching, particularly to wives, find your truth and make sure you find a platform of speaking your truth. At every given situation that you need to voice your opinion, you need to speak your mind, you make sure that you do that, and you do that in a way that when you get out of that situation, you are happy to have spoken your mind. Many people fear. Because of fear, they are not able to express what it is that they really feel deep down. Fear of the unknown, fear of so many things. But it is important that if you must live through your relationship, if you must be happy in it, if you must find fulfillment in it, find your voice. Give your thoughts a voice. Give your belief a voice. Give your truth a voice. Give your truth a voice. It is very, very important. Give your truth a voice. You'll find out in situations where, like the situation of the Indian lady I just mentioned, that families, particularly in-laws, they will want you to behave in a certain way. They want you to be always in a position to compromise. Compromise is good in a relationship, particularly in a marriage relationship. Compromise is good, but you can speak your truth and also compromise. You can say, this is my truth, this is what I think, but I will compromise on this. This is my truth, but I will compromise on this. And equally, there are certain things that you shouldn't compromise on. Things that will stand in the way of your happiness. Things that will stand in the way of you feeling fulfilled. Don't compromise on those things. And it is important that you communicate that to your partner. You communicate that to the people that you are in a relationship with. There are people who have certain things as deal breakers. That if you do this, then it's a deal breaker for me. Sometimes deal breakers can change. But if there is something that is really, really a deal breaker, it is important for you to communicate that to your partner, to whoever it is that you are in a relationship with. That is very key, particularly in marriages. When I speak, I always speak more to a marital situation, because I understand how it can be when you are not able to find your voice, when you are not able to give your thoughts a voice in a marital situation. Usually it is common and it is easy for men or for husbands to be able to voice out their opinions, but usually and most often wives always find it very difficult to voice their opinions, because the tendency is that society paints it that when a woman is the kind of one who voices her opinion in every situation, she claims to be strong. There's nothing wrong to be a strong woman. There's nothing wrong to be a strong woman. As long as your partner, as long as your husband is happy, and as long as you speak your truth and that makes you happy, then every other person is making a noise. Every other person is making a noise. Speak your truth. Speak your mind. Speak up and speak out. That is why you see there are so many women who are dying in marriages silently. There are so many women who are going through one form of abuse or the other. There are so many women who are being degraded in their marriages, in marriages as a nucleus, and marriages at large, because in the African context in particular, they say when you marry someone, you marry their family. So you see that there are many women who go through so many things that normally they shouldn't go through, because they are not able to give their thoughts a voice. There's nothing wrong with giving your thoughts a voice. There's nothing wrong with giving your truth a voice. There's nothing wrong with giving your beliefs a voice. There is nothing wrong with that. It's not disrespect when you give your thoughts a voice. It's not disrespect when you give your truth a voice. It's not disrespect when you give your the things that what you think, what you hold dear, what is truth to you. What is truth to you? Don't please people. Don't please people or don't compromise when it comes to your truth. Be able to tell your truth and hold on to it, and also respect your partner's truth, and also respect your husband's truth, respect your siblings' truth, respect your friend's truth. And then you find a common ground to move forward, or a common ground in every situation. It is very important. Find your truth and give it a voice. Find your truth and give it a voice. What are your thoughts? Be able to articulate your thoughts. Be able to give out your thoughts exactly the way you feel them in every circumstance. Sometimes you may be I'm big on giving your truth, but in a way that it's not to hurt. Yes, that is another angle of it. Giving your truth in a way that you don't intend to hurt, even though most times when truth comes, it does hurt because it comes. There is a reflection in human nature to truth. There is a reflection in human nature to truth. So when truth comes, there's a tendency that when it comes, the direction to which it's going, it bounces and comes back. But that's okay. Keep giving your truth. Keep speaking your truth. Keep speaking your thoughts. What you deeply believe, and do so in a way that is not intended to hurt. Do so in a way that is not intended to hurt. That is key, I find, to staying happy in marriage. Speaking your truth at all times. Speaking your truth at all times. Let fear not kill you. Let fear not rob you of your happiness. Don't let fear rob you of your happiness. Where in whatever relationship you are in, don't allow fear to rob you of your happiness. You know, in other relationships, you can say, if this relationship is not working for me, I'm out. But in marriage relationships, it is meant to be for better, for worse. It is meant to be till death do us part. So if you are not the type, if you don't build the capacity, if you don't find in you the way or the ability to start speaking your mind and speaking things that will help you find happiness, things that will enable your happiness, things that will work together for your happiness, if you don't find your voice in those things, if you don't give your thoughts a voice, you don't find your truth, you don't find your voice in any situation, any given situation, then I believe that you are setting yourself for misery. That is what I truly believe. That is what I truly believe. And I want to encourage husbands. Give your wife the opportunity to speak her truth. Give your spouse the opportunity to speak her truth. Why do I talk more about women? Because they say it's a man's world. They say it's a man's world. Let us change that tradition. Let us change that notion. Let us begin to consider women. Let us begin to consider consider wives, because we all are human. We all are human. Imagine if the tides were to turn and you are unable to speak your mind. You are unable to speak your truth on any situation. How would that make you feel? How would that make you feel? It said, do unto Caesar, that give to Caesar what is Caesar's, and do unto others what you want others to do unto you. That should not be different in our relationships. It shouldn't be different. So I want to plead on husbands. I want to encourage husbands to give your wives platforms, the ability to be able to express themselves, to be able to speak their truth, and for you to be able to be receptive towards that truth. There is room to be different. Because there is a husband and a wife doesn't mean that your thoughts should be the same. It doesn't mean that your opinions should be the same on every issue, every matter. Your opinions are not meant to be the same. And the beauty of it should be when you have different opinions and you are able to respect each other for their different opinions. That is where the goodness should be. That is where the icing should be. That you have your opinion on a certain issue and I have my opinion on that particular issue. And let our opinions both find ground to strive. Give your partner a voice. Help them to find their voice. Husbands, help your wives to find their voice in your marriage, in your home. Even within your family, help your wife to find her voice within your family, within her in-laws. Let her find a voice. Let her have her own voice. Let her be able to voice her own opinions. Let her voice her opinions and believe that her opinions count. And that can only happen through you. That can only happen through you. Give your wife a voice in your family. Give your wife a voice in your marriage. Give your wife a voice in society as a whole. Because a wife who is not afraid to give her thoughts a voice is a wife to be reckoned with in a society. You don't want a very meek wife, because that speaks to who you are as a husband. But a wife who is bold, courageous, fearless, who is not afraid to voice her opinion, even in the midst of other men, even in the midst of other people, strangers. That is a kudos for you, the husband. That speaks to who you are as a husband. That speaks to who you are as a husband. Give your wives voices. Let your wives find their voices. In any relationship that you are, in any platform, in any situation that you are, give your wife the opportunity to find her voice and to be able to let her voice be heard. To let her voice be heard. So I thought that it is very important that I bring this aspect to the limelight, because there are many women whose voices have been suppressed and subdued, that they just live life by chance. They just live life day to day. But life is meant to be enjoyed, whether you're married or you're not. If you are in a relationship, whatever type, life is meant to be enjoyed. And what is life if you are not able to give your thoughts a voice? What is life if you are not able to give the things that you think about, your truth, your belief? What is life when you are not able to give those things a voice? There is no life. It is very important. Find your voice in wherever you find yourself, in whatever scenario you find yourself, in whatever situation you find yourself. Give yourself the permission to speak up and to speak out, to speak your truth, to voice your opinion, and find happiness and be happy. And be happy. So with that, I will say goodbye for now. And please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. This is Live, Love, Laugh with me, Karine. Please give a thumbs up to my video and also share. When you subscribe, don't forget to click on the notification bell. Until next time, this is goodbye from me. God bless you.